Hi everyone, my name is Mary Whitehurst. I am an independent Team Beachbody coach and the owner of Whitehurst Health and Fitness. I made this video to help anyone out there who's curious about grocery shopping tips for healthy, clean eating, and also for any of my challengers. I've had my own personal transformation, but it took me some time to learn how to shop in the grocery store. So I wanted just to share some of the things I've learned. Let's start out with the produce. A lot of grocery stores these days have several items that are already pre-packaged and ready to cook. That helps with convenience. They're also even coming out with organic vegetables that are ready to cook. So you see here some broccoli and mixed vegetables. People always ask me about my favorite salad dressing, and I really love the Bolthouse Farm salad dressing. It is a yogurt-based dressing. It is found in the produce section in the refrigerated area. But it's really yummy, lots of variety, low in calories, none of the extra junk in it. Then we're looking kind of at organic produce. So my local grocery store actually shrink wraps the organic produce and sets it all in the same area. So here we've got bell peppers, red bell peppers, cucumbers. There's even a little bit of zucchini and squash. The neat thing about organic produce is you always know that that's the stuff that's in season because it doesn't because that's when it's grown and it's natural. Let's talk a little bit about cheese and meats. I like organic cheeses. One of my favorite brands is Horizon. They have sliced cheese, shredded cheese, they have cheese sticks, which my little 2-year-old son loves. They're yummy, they don't have a bunch of extra fillers and other stuff in there that's not good for you. From the meat side of it, as far as lunch meats, bacon, things like that, Applegate Naturals makes delicious organic meats. They don't have nitrates in them, they don't have extra fillers, salts, all that other stuff that's in regular lunch meats. As you can see on the label here, it's got water in it, salt, potato starch, honey, but you don't see any chemicals, you don't see any nitrates. The other thing that I want to talk about is chicken. You have to be careful because they put the good chicken and the not so good chicken all next to each other. What you're going to want to look for, though, is the USDA organic stamp. That will tell you that you're eating naturally raised organic chicken. You have to be careful because natural chicken, when it's labeled that way, isn't necessarily organic. USDA stamp, not on that one. Alright, so let's talk about bulk foods. This is the bulk food aisle in my local grocery store. And there's lots of good stuff here. Also some questionable stuff like trail mix that's got a bunch of chocolate in it. But you're going to find a lot of your really good whole grains in this aisle. So things like bulgur wheat, quinoa. You get you a little baggie like those right there. You fill it up with what you want, and then you put it on a scale, and it'll tell you how much it costs. Obviously not this scale because it was out of order that day, but you get the idea. Okay, so frozen foods. There's a lot of good stuff in the frozen food section. One of the things that my husband loves is veggie burgers. And there's a lot of stuff to choose from. Two of my favorites right now are this one. It's a black bean burger. It's completely natural and organic. It doesn't have a bunch of extra chemicals and stuff in it. As you can see, if you look through that ingredient list, you can identify everything that's on there. The other one that I like are these ones. These are going to have more of a meaty texture to them. This is actually the one my husband loves. And it comes in a couple different flavors. Again, super simple. Everything's organic. And I mean, that's like what? Maybe 7 ingredients. So you know you're not getting a bunch of extra junk. Also in the frozen section is the Ezekiel bread. I just recently got turned on to Ezekiel bread by a bodybuilding friend of mine. It's 100% whole grain bread. It's made with live grain or live germ though, similar to the live cultures, similar to what's in your yogurt. So you have to refrigerate it. It's not going to last a whole month or anything. You're going to probably want to eat it within the week. I'll usually freeze half, put half of it in the refrigerator, but it's delicious and it doesn't have sugar in it. Further down in the aisle, you have frozen produce, which actually can be pretty good because frozen produce is frozen when it's at the peak of freshness, so sometimes it can be fresher than what's in the actual fresh produce area. And there's a lot of organic options now too, so you know what you're getting with your frozen produce. There's broccoli, spinach, some kind of like mixed summer veggies. There you go, California style blend. and a couple of different brands to choose from as well. Okay, spices. Spices, for some reason, are really intimidating to people. One thing I do want to point out is you want to go for olive oil over things like vegetable oil. Olive oil is much healthier for you. It's good fats. Truvia is one of my favorite sweeteners right now. I like it over Splenda, Sweet and Low, those types of things because it's a natural plant. The Skinny Girl brand actually just came out with a stevia extract that I bought this particular day when I was shopping so I could try it. Lots of things to choose from on the spice aisle. Spice blends are really convenient, especially if you don't know a lot about spices. McCormick makes a perfect pinch. You just have to be careful with these. I always recommend people get spice blends with no salt added, and they only have a few of theirs that are salt free, and the majority of them already have the salt in them. So if you're going to use them, you just want to be careful and make sure you read the label and know what you're buying. The ones that I prefer as far as spice blends actually is Mrs. Dash. Mrs. Dash is quite excellent. Lots of delicious flavors in their spice blends, and all of them are salt free. You really want to be able to control the amount of salt and the type of salt in your own food and your own cooking. So that's why I say do salt free. Get you a little bit of fresh ground sea salt if you want to add a little bit of salt later. But yeah, let's go into the snacks and cereals. So there's always a ton of granola bars and stuff to choose from. You don't know what is good, what's not good. One of my favorite brands is Cascadian Farms. It's organic, it's delicious, it's lower in calories, it's not going to have a bunch of extra chocolate chips and other junk in it that you don't really need in your granola bar. It comes with 2 little bars in it, and like I said, it's 180 calories. You look at the ingredients, it's pretty simple what they put in this stuff. You don't see any extra chemicals and other junk that your body doesn't really need. So that's why I like these. My son loves them. I just wanted to compare labels. This is one of the Special K ones, and it's 1 bar for 90 calories. But check out the ingredient list. I mean, there's tons of stuff in here that they've put in there. There's corn syrup and fructose. So you just gotta look and make sure you know what you're eating. Oatmeal is actually one of my other favorite snacks. I know that sounds weird to some people, but I eat this in the afternoon a lot. And one of my favorite brands right now is this Raw by Better Oats. They have steel cut oats that are organic. They're yummy. You put a little bit of fruit in there, a little bit of stevia, and it's delicious. There's also other brands of organic. These are individual packets that are also just as good. Okay, so dairy and eggs. So let's check out, this is also another snack food for me, but yogurt. I love yogurt. It's great for your digestive system, but a lot of yogurts have extra junk in them. High fructose corn syrup and things like that. I really love the Stonyfield organic Greek yogurt. It is USDA organic certified, no pesticides, no other stuff in there. And when you check out the ingredient list, I mean, it's pretty simple. It's just yogurt. And so if it does have stuff in it, like it has organic sugar, organic cornstarch, but you're not going to have high fructose corn syrup and other things like that you just don't really need. In comparison to this other store brand Greek yogurt, it's got all kinds of stuff in there. I mean, it's got the bacterias, but there you can see right there in the middle, it's got fructose, sugar, it's got juice concentrates and stuff in it. So you want to just make sure that you know what you're eating. Other dairy items to kind of be conscious of. I like almond milk personally. That's what I use when I drink Shakeology. That's what I put on my cereal if I'm going to eat cereal. But if I'm not going to do almond milk, I'm going to do organic cow's milk because I know that these are grass-fed cows that aren't shot up with other stuff that they don't need to have, and that the milk's not going to then have those chemicals and other things in it. Eggs are right next to the dairy in my grocery store. And so I like to make sure that I get the cage-free eggs. Brown eggs, large eggs, they're good, they're organic, they're delicious. They might cost a little bit more, but you know that you're eating eggs that came from chickens that were raised and not given other extra chemicals and antibiotics and things that they didn't need. So yeah, that's my video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you got some good information out of it. I hope that you will definitely stay tuned and check out my channel in the future. So happy shopping. Good luck going to the grocery store. Please leave comments below. I'd love to answer any questions. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Thanks, guys. Bye.